This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off-play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Williams will pass. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Back to pass. This time he's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense in a split backfield. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's on target and complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll try to move the chains on 4th down. NC State comes to the line. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He wants to throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. And to the Williams looking for a man. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. On the run, fires downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Rolling right and going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Makes the grab down the middle. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all three phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty. It's not fun. But let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Williams will pass. Over.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Snagged out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? He leaves it with his back. At midfield, he's got room. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And the Cavaliers have pushed it inside the 20. The play action fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Williams looking for a man. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Dead center perfect. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Sails one into the middle. He's got it down the right side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. To the ground with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Williams will pass. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They're working that left side. The offense will quickly use a timeout. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure coming. Makes a man miss. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. Just a little too much there. handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Cavaliers in the hurry-up. To the air on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the... Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Cavaliers can really attack on this second and short. Williams looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Trying the left side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Cavaliers in a good spot here with second and short.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be a run on third and short. Turning it on. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Virginia. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Smith. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, North Carolina State! off the play fake on first down. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Williams will pass. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. Makes one man miss. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely.
Fires toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with the 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires on the move. He's got it. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. It's complete. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. NC State to open the final period here on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Pocket breaking down. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Leaves it with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Williams looking for a man. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious... First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Ambrose. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Breaks the tackle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Williams will pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him, and he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines.
Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in cover.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here today.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
So now it's 2nd and long. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on third down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes zero. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could